Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You can guess someone's level of intelligence or character by observing the hobbies that person has or the interests. Obviously you can have a better understanding, or at least you begin to understand how and what kind of person that is. In this case, we have the US administration that is led by some weasels, and their concerns should tell you what are they really thinking and what are their priorities. In this case, we have a war on the territory of Ukraine, led by the United States and its vassal states, conducted by Ukrainian forces, Ukrainian nation, against their brothers, cousins, however you want to call them, the Russians. We have to agree that they're closer as gene than they are, let's say, to the Great Britain, correct? Or United States or France. All right, however you take it. Anyway, they fight, and that's a fact. Now these guys do not want to negotiate with the Russians. They don't want to talk with the Russians. It's not the right time. Neither Ukrainians, supposedly, nor their handlers, their sponsors. I don't think the kosher leadership of Ukraine really is there to engage in negotiations, because the masters did not determine it's a right time, and they said we're not going to talk to you. They even made the laws, but we're not going to talk to the Russians. We're not going to negotiate. Okay, the Americans the same way. We have nothing to talk about. Blah 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 blah. Everybody knows who's who, what's what. But the Americans are very very much willing to seriously talk with the Russians, but hey, not about the war. About a convicted criminal, convicted of possession of illegal substances, which is the Cannabis girl. Remember her? Brittany Greener, the women's NBA, WNBA superstar. All right? You remember? She crossed into Russia at the customs. She was caught with cannabis in her luggage, and she did not know it was hers. I shouldn't put over there, someone else put it. I know. Jesus Christ came and snuck it in. So anyway, she got caught, and she got charged, convicted to 9 years in the real league, in the penitentiary. And because she is such a and I'm not making fun of her, but she's an example of where the priorities of this leadership stand. Instead of our lives, our inflation, our jobs and all that, no, greener. The war in Ukraine should not be discussed. We're not negotiating, but greener, very serious matter. Very serious. I don't give a fuck, actually. I don't want to hear the U.S. government talking about that at all. That's unimportant for a country. Unimportant. And besides, there are many other people, American citizens, that were caught defending and protecting our country, and they're in Russia. That's not a priority. People that we do not even know their names, and they're held over there. I guarantee you that, and they're swapped behind the scenes. But this woman, for obvious fucking reasons, she's the most important person. She's got about 3 or 4 victimhood badges. Pam, pam, pam. That's a very heavy fucking token right there. Okay? The other guys, no, they don't have it. They don't have this kind of the 4 tokens, so you can't discuss that. So they're not important. They're not a priority for the US government. I should not hear a comment coming from this government talking about that issue. That should be solved by the Secretary of State or whatever department of this department, not by the president. Should not. I don't want to hear that person's name. Unfortunate, yes. 9 years in penitentiary in Russia for cannabis, I think is too much. But that's their law. It's not our law. That's their law. As they don't get involved in our laws, the same here. If it's 20 years, 20 years. Is it too much? I think so. But it's not my law. I didn't make that law. It's that country's. I have to respect that law. As they respect ours. Or others, we expect them to respect ours. So let's see. So she right now has a contract. Unfortunately, is greener. Has a contract with the best of the best. Like she's in the women's NBA. Over there, she's in the best penitentiary possible. You know what I mean? So she's very scared, and she should be. And they made, because of the relationship or lack of between the United States and Russia, she is a victim of that. I give that 100%. She is made an example, and she's hurt, not because she's this or she's got the 4 badges, and not because of that. She's hurt because of this government right here. Right here. That's why she goes to that penitentiary. That's why she got 9 years. All these things could have been a little bit, let's do it like this, something. But no, she got the worst contract, like the top of the top. You go to 9 years in the penitentiary, heavy stuff. And she's complaining and all that, and she should. And she's transferred there as we speak. Now, this article says that, it's from November 10th, President Biden hopes Putin will be willing, and I'm quoting, to talk more seriously about Brittany Greener's release. Did you hear that? Not about Ukraine, not about millions of Ukrainian refugees, people died, country fucked up, economy destroyed, infrastructure blown up, the Russians killed, a lot of people disabled, children fucked, and so on. No. He would wish that Putin would talk a little bit more seriously about Brittany Greener's release. Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. Do you think this is, how would you consider this situation? Would you consider that? You say, well, they're not responsible. I don't want to hear that. They're not responsible for Ukraine war. Bull shit. Okay? We start with 2014 again. We start again with NATO again. Again, these guys, the kosher team, 4 kosher little pigs over there in Ukraine, they could be told, cut the crap, stop, no, out. Like they do it. Without, just unplug them, they're done. Overnight, Ukraine is done. Because the United States is going to say, Britain, stop. Germany, stay without balls, like you are over there. Italy will say, I'm glad that I don't have to do anything anymore. Lithuania will be like, what should I do now? Okay, I should shut up because Russia is going to punch me in my little fucking peanuts that I have, and so on. Everybody's going to be like, pedaling, back. Just one order, just a hint needs to be given by the United States. No, they're still going there. People die and all that. That could be negotiated, that could be solved, could have been solved in 2014, 2015, was solved, but not implemented. Why? Because the United States was not a signatory of those things. So he said, no, you do your fucking shit, and we're gonna put roadblocks everywhere and gonna, you don't follow that, no, you don't do that, no, you don't do that. That's how I see it. Not necessarily that's true, but it's a kind of a coincidence, that Germany and France were not able to do shit. Were the signatory of the guarantors of the Minsk agreement. Fuck that. So let's see what else. President Biden hopes Putin will be willing to talk more seriously about Brittany Greener. Like Putin gives a fuck about that person. I think that if you grab him by and say, hey, Brittany Greener, she didn't suck my dick last night. That's probably he's going to say. He's like, who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is. President Joe Biden is hopeful that negotiations with Russia will lead to the release of WNBA star Brittany Greener. Nobody over there gives a fuck about that person. Okay? There's a little interest, but they don't care. She's got a contract, 9 years. Bye, see ya, never. And I'm quoting, my hope is that now that the midterm elections is over, that Mr. Putin, oh, Mr. Putin now, will be able to discuss with us and will be willing to talk more seriously about a prisoner exchange, Biden said at a news conference Wednesday afternoon. That's what I think about you. We're willing to talk. How about you talk about Ukraine? No, I'm not talking to a criminal. He continued, and I'm quote, "This is my intention. My intention is to get her home. And we've had a number of discussions so far, and I'm hopeful that now that our election is over, there is a willingness to negotiate more specifically with us." Biden also said that he has been spending a fair amount of time engaging with Greener's wife, Cheryl Greener. So Miss Greener Brittany has a wife, and her name is Charnel Greener. Now, Charnel Greener would be funny if would have balls. You know what I mean? So Brittner is the husband, ballless, and the wife should be the one with balls. Would be even, wow! Let me write a few books and send it back in time to my ancestors. They would, and I'm quoting again, "I'm telling you, I'm determined to get her home and get her home safely, along with others, I might add." Can you fucking tell us who's others? This exactly like the Second World War. Hey, a lot of people were killed in the concentration camps, right? Yes. How many Jews? 6 million. How many gypsies? How many political prisoners? How many homosexuals? How many Jews? 6 million. You got it? You got it? Tell me if I'm telling is wrong. Tell me how many gypsies died. Tell me how many political prisoners, how many homosexuals, and how many others. You don't know shit, but you know that number. I'm not saying you should not know that number, but why don't you know the other ones? The same, you know Brittany fucker, but who are the other ones? Who are the other ones? The spies who work for you and for me to keep us safe. Anyway, it's just gonna get her back. Yes, they're going to guys. Here is with the Biden with the wife at the White House, I might add, right there. That's the wife, ballless wife. I'm just I started by saying that a person's intelligence and character could be guessed a little bit or got some hints from its interests or priorities. You got this administration's priorities, and those are not you or I or me, but it's Greener and the four virtues, not virtues, how do you call them, victimhood badges. Good luck. That's the world we live here. Okay. But we still have the beer in the refrigerator. We still have stupid games on the TV, electricity. We can go to the bar. We still get up from time to time. We still, and that's it. Well, we're free, man. Yeah, man. Land of the brave and land of the free. Yeah, we are. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.